Hi everybody, this is Tara from Tara Vapes, and I felt compelled. I'm a mess. I've cleaned the house all day, it worked out, I'm gross. But I felt compelled to make this video for you right now. This is going to be a vendor review. This is my very first time ever using this particular vendor because I ran across a problem. I wasn't able to build or set coils. Forget about building them. Set a coil in my Kanger RBA correctly, and it was really getting frustrating. I talked to my friend Kat. She is fantastic. She is the owner and operator of Red Phoenix Vapors in North Carolina. I believe it's North Carolina. Red Phoenix Vapors. It's Red Phoenix Elixirs. She makes fine, high quality e-liquids. She's also a friend of mine. I've known her since I started vaping, and I really appreciate her and her skills and her knowledge and whatnot. And we kind of started with tanks together. And she is a full-blown dripper now. She doesn't even do tanks. But I freaked because what I discovered was last week, I couldn't get it I couldn't set my coil correctly. I had bought the pre-made because my daughter just moved. She used to make the coils for me and prime them and everything and then just give me the thing. And she moved, so I bought pre-made coils, and I had no problem at that. They were lasting as long as they normally would last, and I was not having a problem. This one particular night, I went to go replace my coil, and it was an hour and 45 minutes of pure hell. I went through half the bag of the pre-made coils. I even built the coil, and I couldn't get anything to work, anything to be at the proper ohms, anything that I felt safe using, and it was a really horrible night. I ended up going to my mom still uses the the e-sticks, and I went and did that for the night, and the next day I was able to finally get one to a 0.6 ohm. For me, even though I'm not a big dripper or anything like that, that's a lot. I also struggle greatly with a dual coil build on the Troll. I can't even do it. Okay. So eventually I got to the 0.6 ohm on the RBA for the Kanger tank, sub-ohm tank. And I was just like, hey, Kat, I need a backup. When shit like that's happening to me, I need a backup, something that I can sub-ohm with a coil. My Atlantis is shot. It's gone in the garbage. Kanger does not make the same coils anymore for the Kanger Mini. They make a newer one that fits the, the K-box, or whatever it is, the one that my daughter has, which is fine, but I have read nothing but problems with leaking, and it's already a leaky tank, because I have one of the originals, so I was like, God damn it, I can't even find these coils anywhere for a decent price that I can have a backup set of coils, so I need a tank in which I could sub-ohm, that I can find coils for, that is not going to cost me an arm and a leg, that also has an RBA ability, because I do prefer the taste of a wicked coil rather than a factory coil. So she sent me in the direction of the Magnus, which is only a tank that you can use their coils with. You can't rebuild on that, or you could, I guess, if you were like super ninja, but I'm not. Oh, what am I doing? I don't want to take this away. I'm not super ninja. I actually have. The reason why it's difficult for me to make a dual coil, I can't really grip down with this left hand. It's just not a full capacity hand like this one. So when I'm like working with stuff, intricate stuff, I can't get it to do it. Okay, whether that's a long-term condition or whether that's something that I've just had to experience over the past year, I don't know. I'm in the process of exercising and losing weight because now I can breathe, because I don't smoke anymore. So maybe we'll see as I lose weight if that kind of thing will come back for me. I'm not sure what it is. So in the researching the Magnus, I found people that were talking about the UL Crown. And they were like, well, why get a Magnus for that much money when you can get a UL Crown? And I was watching this in the forums, and I'm like, damn, that's awesome, because I was having a hard time finding coils for the Magnus, so they would kind of not be a really good backup if I had a hard time locating and securing and storing coils in my house. I'm not a millionaire yet, and so I do not have the money to buy them out of stock. so that I always have coils for a while, you know what I mean? And with the change in this particular industry, the way things are innovative, You might find something that you really like, and then next week, maybe nobody else likes it, and you're the only one left liking it, and then everything's gone. So I found that in a e-vape forum. So I want to put this back together the way it was. I ordered the tank. I ordered the RBA, and I ordered backup coils. Okay. I paid first class mail, and I ordered this on Monday night, I believe. The order date was 3/21. Where are we now? 3/24. First class mail from California. From Anaheim, California. I checked my email today. Actually got a notice like, hey, your stuff will be there tomorrow. It's good news. And I'm like, that's awesome. Right? Because yesterday it was in Anaheim still. So I was like, I don't know how they're going to pull off a Friday delivery. Whatever. This morning it was in Tampa. That is 2 post offices away from this post office. You know what I'm saying? So they would have to go through Tampa Central, then they had to go to Tarpon to get processed, and then come up to Pasco County. And my mom used to be a U.S. mail lady, so I understand the process. It can be a lot. This morning it was in Tampa. Today, when the mail was delivered, it came in the mail. Now, it came in a bag, a bubble bag. It also came fully wrapped up in a bag. And the reason why this really got me excited is because the last time that I actually bought something was from Sweet Vapes, and Sweet Vapes is great prices and all that. Never had this problem before, but I ordered a bunch of stuff for them, and they just threw it in like a priority bag with no cushion, and everything was broken when it got here. And I was fucking furious because they don't return anything. They don't return anything. You can't return things that are broken. So, whatever. I didn't even try. So don't say, oh, did you get in touch with them? I didn't get in touch with them. I could give a shit. If that's how they want to send out stuff, I'm done. It is too hard to be in business and stay afloat to not give a shit about your customer. So nothing should ever leave your place without being highly taken care of and make sure it's delivered the way in which it left your place. Now, this is something interesting about this vendor. It said, what you're ordering is a tank. So if you open it and put your mouth on it, we can't take it back. However, we can assure you, and it's a verbal assurance, it's just a written assurance. We do investigate, we inspect everything before we send it out. And, if when you get it, before you put your mouth on anything, make sure it looks good. And if it doesn't look right, send it back then. But if it does, that's how we got to do it. So I saw how well they packed it, and considering the last experience, I was like, woohoo! And I almost got a little teary-eyed. Then I got teary-eyed when I opened up this. Now, this isn't really the vendor's doing. This is Crown UL, or UL Crown. They're doing is just, I love that. I'm in love with that box. This brought tears to my eyes. This is the RBA for the Crown, or the UL Crown tank. It brought tears to my eyes that they went above and beyond and put a different kind of, not saying that these aren't great, but everybody uses those, to have something different that is, signature to the really excited. So, with that being said, do you want to know who the vendor is? You want to know? These things came in perfect condition. Perfect condition. Look at this. Perfect condition. Those are my coils. Here's my RBA. Here's my gorgeous, gorgeous tank with the extra thingy and the little thingies. That's even got little covers on them to extra protect. But that's the vendor that I think that you should check now when you are shopping online for your vape equipment. I ask you to give them a look, okay? And that would be Vape Royalty out of Anaheim, California, okay? Vape Royalty out of Anaheim, California. I will have their website. They don't even know I'm making this. I'm not receiving an affiliate commission or anything like that. Not that that would be a bad thing, but I'm just not an affiliate. I just want you to know, from a consumer's point of view, that I was extremely happy with the speed. I paid for first class. I didn't pay for priority because I figured most of the time priority shows up when first class would be here anyway. I was very happy because I actually got delivered in the kind of time that I would have been delivered if I had paid for priority. So I'm not sure what's up with that, if that's Vape Royalty or not, but all I know is they put the order together, they inspected it, and they shipped it out as soon as they could. There was no waiting around. There was no waiting around for that. So that's awesome. Very quick, very affordable. I shopped it. I went everywhere because I have my go-to vendors. You know, Vape NW. They don't have this tank. I also am a big Vape Wild fan, and they start carrying hardware, and that's really cool because I can get everything all in one spot, whatever. They don't have that. The tanks that they do have, and the ones that are comparable to this, are much more expensive. I was able to purchase, I'll take the receipt back out, the Crown sub-ohm tank, a 0.2 ohm coil inside and a 0.5 coil inside. This can vape some serious numbers. Plus the rebuildable so that I can continue to rebuild, and backup coils so that I don't flip out like I did the other night. Oh, there's no prices on here. Well, what I ended up paying was $39 out the door for all of it. That's the backup coils, the RBA, and the tank. That just doesn't happen out there, guys. A good sub-ohm tank is going to cost you $29 right off the bat, if not $39 right off the bat. Yeah, I did have to pay additional for this. That's okay because these were only $9. Since when do you have sub-ohm coils available for $9 without having to order from Fast Tech and wait 400 years for it to show up, and then they're probably clones or fakes or they're burnt or whatever? I'm very impressed. Vape Royalty, check them out. This is a really long video. I want to thank you so much. And I guess keep your eye out for a review on this hardware, the UL sub-ohm Crown tank. I'm going to open everything now. You don't get box opens with me because I don't use the camera like that, whatever. But I'll see you on the other side. This is Tara from Tara Vapes. I'll see you later. Thank you so much, Kat. And if you're looking for quality, high quality premium e-liquids without paying pretentious prices, visit Red Phoenix Elixirs on Facebook and talk to Kat, and she will hook you up with some of the best stuff I've ever vaped. I'll see you on the other side. Bye.